Before we will talk about solving linear equations in one variable, there are very important processes that we need to address. Part of our practice exercise in our module, the item I'm sharing to you right now, is the acknowledgement of the important processes present in solving linear equations in one variable. Again, the purpose for this practice exercise is to just acknowledge and analyze the presence of those properties because those properties will be applied later on in solving linear equations in one variable. In item A here, practice exercise A, in both items 1 and 2, actually this is already the process of solving linear equations in one variable here. By the way, number 2 has no is not in one variable, but of course, just to emphasize the processes here, we need to examine the step from the movement of each step and what are the processes that actually involved here before coming up with our result here. So we have different processes, properties of equalities. Let's start with number 1. Number 1, from the given equation x plus 7 equals 2x plus 4, there is a process here or property that was applied to reach x plus 1 equals 2x. What happened here, the difference of the first two steps is the absence now of negative 4 or minus 4 here, and the observable increase of 7 to 11. If you're going to look at this properly, we just actually added here 4. And since we are talking about properties of equality, we also did that on the other side. And then this combination will become 0. That's why it just remains 2x. And here you have 7 plus 4. That's why it's 11. So the property of equality applied for number 1 here is the addition property of equality. Okay. The addition property of equality tells us that if you're going to add any term, any expression, or any constant or any value on one side, do it on the other side. The next step here for letter B is from this expression, we now reach 11 is equal to x. What has been observed here is that there is an absence of the term x here in this side. And we also observe that from 2x here, it just reduced down to x or 1x. What actually happened here is we subtracted x on both sides. We subtract x of this side will become 0. That's why only 11 is retained. And we do it on the other side as well. You have 2x minus x or simply minus 1x. That is why you are left with 1x or simply x. So the process involved for step B is actually subtraction property of equality. Okay. Subtraction property of equality tells us that if you're going to subtract any term, any expression, any value on one side, do it on the other side to retain equality, to retain the equilibrium or the balance. So that's for number 1, letter B. Going forward to the third step, we are now with the expression 11 is equal to x, but it was transformed to x is equal to 11. These two are just the same. And in short, these two are both acceptable. But the last item here is what we could probably consider as the more formal one because we are saying here what the value of the variable is than saying that the value is equal to the variable. But either way, they are just the same. So just interchanging the two sides of the equation is possible and is acceptable. And the interchanging of both sides is actually covered by the symmetric property. Symmetric property. Okay? Others will call it symmetric property of equality, but just call it symmetric property. Okay? We could just simply interchange both sides in an equation without changing the value without removing anything or adding anything. Just simply interchange both sides. Okay, and that is actually the symmetric property. Symmetric came from the term balance because symmetry means if we're going to divide a figure, a value, or something in that area on axis of symmetry, what appears on one side is just the same on the other side, or even the mirror image. It's just what we call a symmetric property. Right? That's for number one. So this the three may be applied in solving linear inequations in one variable for the next practice exercises. Number two is also unique. In number two, even if we are just saying linear equation in one variable, we have noticed here that the first given is already in two variables. Not worry, the system or the linear equations in two variables will be covered later on as you move to your grade 8 or in mathematics 8. But the purpose of presentation here is just to emphasize one of the important properties of equality here. That even if we have 3x plus y, two variables, which is equal to 9, this could also be rewritten as one linear equation in one variable by changing the value of any of the variables into a given constant. In this case, instead of x, we change the constant, the value of the constant y to negative 6. That is why from first step to the second step, instead of having 3x plus y equals 9, the positive y becomes negative 6. And that is why it is now written as 3x minus 6 equals 9. This is acceptable. This is still correct because we are simply following the property of substitution. Substitution. This is not new to you because this is actually um, implied or this is also discussed when we tried to talk about evaluation of algebraic expressions. Evaluation of algebraic expressions means we give or we change the coefficients to its intended value given in a situation. So instead of writing 3x plus y equals 9, since y has a value of negative 6, we substitute it and then instead of having linear equations in two variables for the second step, we now have linear equation in one variable, which is x. Next step, from here to here, covered by b, property b. What property is that? Again, noticeably, from 3x minus 6, we now have 3x. And from the other side, instead of 9, it now increased to 15. What happened actually here is just we added both sides by 6. So that negative 6 plus 6 will become 0, leaving 3x alone. And you do it on the other side as well. So instead of 9, it increased now to 15 because 9 plus 6 is equal to 15. Similar to number one, we do have that process or we do have that property. This is actually covered by the addition property of quality. Take note that I am emphasizing here equality, okay? Because we also have addition property, subtraction property for inequality soon in the third grading. That's what happened for letter B. As for the last part, so from 3x, it became x. So you might say, sir, we have subtracted here 2x. But if you're going to do it on the other side, 15 minus 2x will not result to 5. So you might be saying it's correct for one side, but it's incorrect to the other side. In short, the whole thing is not subtraction. So it's not subtraction. What appears here is actually we are dividing this by 3 so that we can cancel that out, leaving x. And we also divide here 3 because 15 divided by 3 is actually 5. So instead of subtraction property of equality, what is applied actually for letter C is the division property of equality. These are the properties of equality present in the processes for number 2. Do not worry if you were not able to see reflexive, transitive, multiplication, square roots property, they may be used later on as we go to solving linear equation in one variable, and even as you go later on in higher mathematics subjects. The purpose for this practice exercise, again, is to emphasize and acknowledge that in every process, a property of equality is being applied to retain the equality. Because if we are not going to make sure to retain the equality, we are changing now the linear equation to linear inequality. So these are all the answers for practice exercise A of lesson number 1. Okay, so prepare or use this video as you prepare for the solving of linear equations to be covered by the last of 3 practice exercise for the second grading. Videos for that will be available soon. Goodbye.